morning. Whoa, it's lost its balance, or maybe it's the wind. Good morning, everyone. I am just breaking camp right now here in Siberia. I slept right over there, had my tent set up. Got a little spot here, just had my breakfast. The ghost town remnants of Siberia right over there. You can see the ruins of the once old stone building here. And a train is just passing, and I'm heading off in that direction, those mountains over there. Gonna go visit that wow, they're blowing away my breakfast stuff. I'm gonna go visit that mountain that I think I saw the trail on, which is up past the train, way up there, way up there. Okay, so let's go. There we go. There's my destination, that bump on the horizon. I wanted to turn the camera on and capture a thought. Look at the anthills. It's really interesting the way things change as soon as I step across the last bit of civilization out here into the wild, even though I'm not far from civilization. It's just right back there. See the Siberia, remains of Siberia right there? Yet it doesn't take much. The trick is going alone. I was thinking about how my thoughts were, it's like descending. It's not ascending, it's kind of a descent away from the busy thoughts of my day-to-day to less contemplative, but kind of just like it's kind of like a hum, an underlying hum. Not some wooey thing, but just it's a good feeling. What is that? Let's go this creosote bush. It just seeds, maybe? Maybe, I don't know, water came through? You can see all the little braided flood channels, and then there are these tongues of thicker rock. See this? I'm coming up to it now. I run across these from time to time, and in fact this whole area, you can see here that it's becoming like that. I don't know exactly how that works. It's like, do you see how it's like a thick tongue that comes down here and across here and goes out, and it has a very different type of rock texture on it. And this is what really got me going, because I ran across one of these earlier, and I was looking at the rocks, and I literally could just spend a day just gazing at the rocks, the volcanic shapes, and some of them are split. The desert patina. Look at the shininess on this. See that rock right there? How shiny it is. Look at the waves on it. When it came out, cooled. Look at the layers on that sedimentary rock right there. These lines, amazing. And what was really interesting is some of them are split, that I saw earlier, from just sitting around in the cooling, the ice comes and freezes, it gets inside the rock and freezes in the winter and splits the rock right there. Like a jigsaw puzzle. And there's some of them that were just split over and over, creating like there's another split right there, kind of like the fold, like the pages on a book. And of course nobody ever comes out here. It made that divot. And so it's just here. Yeah, this one's split and twisted. And my mind kind of just gets overwhelmed by all the thoughts. Look at that rock there, just kind of sitting on a little bit of sediment, a little bit of substrate there. Interesting. Let's get a photo. Anyway, so I just wanted to record this, that my thoughts are starting to descend to the level of the desert, which is, and they're flowing so easily. It's like, look how easy it is to walk here. You don't even need to really mind your steps so much, except the rocks. Places like this, you just kind of let it go. Just kind of keeping an eye on that mountain where I'm headed. And before long, I'll be there. Who knows where my thoughts may descend along the way. So I'll turn off for now. Here we go. Oh, one more. Look at that. That crack. There. There's another one there. This is a pretty large burrow. I wonder who lives in there. There's another one over here. Maybe it's just another entrance. It's very large. I have it in my hand. It's dug into the side of this little wash here. Seems like a good, safe place to live. See the top of the mountain that I'm headed to over there under the cloud. It's starting to get to be the badlands here. A little rough. Let's go. Sleep on whatever's in there. Okay, I've been hiking for about 50 minutes now, just under an hour, and it just doesn't seem that far. You can still see Siberia back there. So 50 minutes in, and I've crossed the open desert. Now I'm at the edge of the badlands. As you can see, it's going to start to get a little rocky, and the landscape's going to become a little different. This is where I have to watch my footing a little more. Can't let my thoughts descend quite like they were out in the flats. A bit of seen lots of interesting rocks. There's some quartz there. Nice big pile here. Picked up about 3 mylar balloons so far. They blow out here from the big city. People have their birthday parties or whatnot and let the balloons go, and they wind up in the desert. Starting to run across a few cactus from time to time too, like this one here. Watch out for the jumping cholla. Watch out for the fallen bits that are on the ground that prick your feet. It looks like it's dead, but if you can see in close, you can see the green down inside there. It's still alive, but wow, nature's really thriving here. Found a way to protect itself. See what I remember about the rocks that split open and kind of leave it like pages of a book right there. Okay. Can't even see the mountain now that I'm headed to, but it's up there somewhere. This way. Off we go. Probably lose sight of Siberia over this ridge. Suddenly the rocks are done. Big pile like that, and it's loose here, which is some big rocks. I wonder why that is. Look at the desert patina on that rock. Oh my gosh. That is stunning. Wow. How long has that been laying out here exposed? Gets that patina on it from centuries of rain. See the glistening on the rocks there? That's all from the rocks being exposed out here for centuries, and the little bit of rain that comes through drops these mineral deposits on the rocks, causes them to glisten like that. And this is the driest place in North America. This part of the desert has the longest recorded dry spell of anywhere in the United States. Imagine how long it took to build up the enough rain to do that. There's the mountain I'm headed to. Whoop. See, it's a little rougher through here. Let's go up here and then I'll turn the camera on focus on my careful footing. Don't have my spot device. Be a good place to camp right here to alert rescuers if I get hurt. As much silly as it sounds, I know something as simple as a bad sprain can leave you quite vulnerable. Let's leave the camera cactus. Leave the cactus on. Leave the camera on. I see a nice cactus or something over there. Isn't this an interesting spot? A nice place for a tent. It's these beautiful rocks. These badlands are lovely. There should be a very large wash that I'm going to cross eventually, if I'm on the right track, which I think I am. There's another rock with a beautiful, magnificent patina. I'm just going to hazard to pick this one up. We should look at the bottom. If the bottom is not that same thing, then it's different. Well, you can see it is black, but it's not glossy. That incredible gloss is from sticking up there like that. In fact, just the way I found it. But there's a really large floodplain up here. Huge flash floods that come down from the watershed. Here, look at this. This is a barrel cactus of sorts, all clumped together. It's the first one I've seen like this. Wow. Very nice. I haven't seen one clumped like that. Maybe that's just a different species. Okay, I'll turn the camera off in just a moment. There's another one of these glossy black rocks. Okay. It's amazing how easily I get amused by rocks and landscape and desolation. And I gotta get over that idea of desolation, because that's a relative thing. Okay, let's turn the camera off and focus on the truck ahead. Here we go. That's where I'm gonna get interesting. More interesting. Okay, just a quick reconnoiter. See that open area way up there? I think that's the the watershed. It's a giant area. I've seen it on Google Maps. It extends way up past those mountains up there. And all that flood water, when it rains, it all comes down and condenses to a wash that passes. I think the wash is just on the other side of this ridge. This is not the wash. It's just the one next to it. It's much bigger, sandy, kind of a loon. And the badlands are here, and I'll have to cross that wash, and then another set of badlands, and then I'll be up the mountain. And what I'm after is a trail up there that I saw. Oh, look at that. See the explosions? That's 29 Palms. Marine base, I think, and they're doing live fire tests out there. And I can't hear it. It's so far away I can't hear it, but those are immense explosions. But I can't hear it at all. I don't know if they're aircraft or artillery or what. But anyway, I was gonna say hi. Hey, isn't this nice? This is the hat that my friend Doug, his wife Carolyn, made for me years ago. I rarely get a chance to use it, but it's cold, even though it's supposed to be up to 82 or 81 degrees today. It started off really cold. I may switch it for my Australian cowboy hat in just a moment. But that's where we're going. Look at this. This is a beautiful specimen, beautiful examination of desert pavement. See how these stones are just, almost like they're laid together. There's a complicated process that makes this. It takes a lot of time. Look at that stone there. That texture looks like almost like wood grain. That makes this desert pavement. See how my foot just lies flat on it? I don't even want to disturb it. I can't quite remember the mechanism. It has to do with wind and moving away all the sand. And the stones just kind of fall into place. Kind of a wondrous thing all over up there. Okay, let's continue. I'll turn the camera on when we get to that wash. Okay, see you, and there's the mountain. See ya. Okay, here I am at the lip. I anticipate the wash is right over here. Should be very large. Ah, finally a train. There it is. Let's go up here where we can have a good view. It's interesting to see this, in fact, after exploring and examining it so much in Google Earth, you know, the satellite view. Wind is really keeping up. Really no signs of humanity up here at all. There it is, nice big wash. Let's go up here to the tippy top. Kind of a rugged chasm right there to the left. Kind of a rugged thing. And then over there is the wash, and then the mountain. So probably what I'll do is go across here and then follow up that cracky area there, that little wash, over to the mountain. See if I can find my way over to where that trail thing is, and maybe even to the top of the mountain. Let's try. We'll see. Oh, there's a train. I was watching the explosions. I actually saw the explosions happening. Saw the flashes way out there. Okay, let's continue on. I'm down in the arroyo for the badlands here. We're just looking at this from above. And I walked up there a little bit to have a look. Very nice. I saw a tortoise hole right in the middle of the wash. Made me wonder how the tortoise would survive a flash flood. But anyway, coming back, I saw this. Just amidst all this, I think it's called loam or loam. This type of sandy, gritty soil. There's this scattering of volcanic rocks, which I stopped to look at it and wonder, how did this get here? Why is it, situated here, this little patch? Sure, there's volcanic rock up there, so it's probably connected somehow with that. But looking at it, it almost kind of reminded me of like a stone garden, something I would have seen in Japan. Carefully arranged stones, perhaps by a seasoned Zen master, to evoke some thought. I used to sit in Japan in stone gardens. I remember there was this one that had, I think it had 13 or 14 stones, but there was nowhere in the garden you could ever see any more than 12. It was arranged in such a way as to always hide one stone. And of course, I don't think there's any such sneakiness, not sneakiness, but any such clever, intelligent tricks in here, but I'm sure there are nonetheless. Interesting. Let's continue on down to the wash. I've seen them. Ant hills, but no ants. Must be too cold yet. Or after the night. Maybe they'll come out when the sun comes up a little more. Continue down to the wash. Okay. I'm stepping out of this little tributary right out into the main wash. I wonder if I'll see any vehicle tracks out there. Sometimes I do, although this area is all completely closed. For the life of me, I can't remember. Is this mesquite maybe that's growing out here in these patches? Is that what this is? I kind of know what it is, but then I can't. I don't. It's just kind of a prickly, thorny. I know what this is, but it's just not coming to mind. I think it's mesquite. Prefers this type of soil where it can get a little more moisture in the floods. No, I don't see any vehicle tracks at all, which is very interesting for an area like this, because that means nobody comes here. Not even gem hounds, looking for precious rocks, like my grandfather used to do. You know, like a little outcroppings like that. That's the wash. I'm going to go up right there. I would love to, and I would hate to be here at the same time during a flash flood, because of knowing the size of the watershed that feeds this, it must be quite a sight. You can see these trees are, that one right there is bent over from the force of the water, as is that one. All of them are, in a way, to a greater or lesser degree. Still cold. Still too cold to change my hat, which is okay because I like this hat. I never got to wear it much in Japan because it's so hot and humid. And, what is this? It's one of those gourds that I see sometimes. I see those gourd plants that grow right along the edge of these washes. Okay, let's gonna head up here and back into the Badlands. You can see okay, with a nice image of my mountain, my destination in the background, I wanted to turn the camera on and get an image of this interesting grassy-like plant. I think this is Mormon tea, but it's a beautiful specimen of it, and I think you can indeed make tea out of it. And you can hear the wind coming through it. Isn't that lovely? I don't know why it's called Mormon tea. I like the way that its shape, and you know, the green is all on the stem. It doesn't have any leaves, and helps to reduce evaporation while allowing it to do its photosynthesis. Very interesting, nice big patch of it. I wonder if I'll see more. I'm getting a little tired. It's probably been about an hour and a half now. I wonder what it's going to be like on top of that mountain. I wonder how windy it'll be up there. I wonder if I'll find out. I've decided to come up, leave the wash, and come up here on top of this tongue of land. I wanted to see that rock. And then looking back on the Badlands, wow, it looks far more intimidating than when I first came over. The Siberia is gone. I'm really over the Badlands now, and I'm gonna kind of come up and walk on this land up here towards the mountain. I seem to remember in my reconnaissance on Google Maps or Google Earth that wash, and I can indeed see it is the case, it kind of veers to the left and goes out that way. I don't want to go that, yeah, it'd be a great direction to go, but it kind of peters out. I want to keep up that way, so I'll climb up here and go straight. It's windier up here. Now my back's starting to hurt. It's a shame getting old. No, it's not a shame. It's better than being young, I think. Because even though I had more capabilities when I was young, my body was better, and my mind wasn't well equipped to make good use of it. It was like having a really good instrument that you didn't know how to use very well. Now that I'm older, I think I can use this instrument with my body better, even though I'm not it's fit. It doesn't look like somebody's sitting on top of that mound up there. It doesn't look like a seated figure. Wow. That's a volcano right over there. It's starting to really blow because I'm up here exposed. What's it going to be like on top of that mountain? This is where the anxiety starts to rise. Interesting, I've been getting a lot of, since I started posting again about this type of stuff. Look at those Badlands. Oh, look at the color back there. Some mineral outcropping. See that? I was wondering what it's like, maybe green copper. Oh, and the Badlands look bad. ever since I started posting again about adventure, I'm starting to get email and comments and questions about now look at this. Isn't there a line right through there? I think there is. Look at that. You can see that. Now that could be an old dirt bike trail. Just even one time going through would be enough. But the trail that I'm after is over there on the side of that mountain. I wonder if this is in any way part of it, or if it's just an old, you know. Oh no, here's another one over here. It's an old, it's the trail of a Jeep or something that came up here a long time ago. Faded. It's amazing how they last so long. But anyway, I'm getting those comments about anxiety. Trying to think about what to do with that. Because I do suffer anxiety out in places like this, but not a lot in the real world. Maybe that's because I do stuff like this. It kind of makes it all relative. Gosh, that sure looks like a person sitting up there. That would freak me out if they suddenly stood up. That happened once. I climbed a mountain in the desert. When I got to the top, there was a guy up there. But that was much nearer civilization. Anxiety. I read somewhere that anxiety is fear of freedom, or what comes of freedom, the price of freedom, to not know what to do with that freedom. And that's why some people are better off with not having, let's knock the rock over, not having too much freedom. They're less anxious in life, more settled, even though they may lament their circumstance. But America being the land of the free, I imagine that is tough. But for some, I don't want to say for some reason, I think I have an idea for it. I've been doing this kind of stuff for a long time. And I think that facing down one's fears out in a place like this, you know, keep steady forward, even though that could be someone standing on that hill, or sitting on that hill. Why is that more intimidating than seeing someone in a park in the city? Probably anybody who would be out here is probably a like spirit. It's a curious thing. Wow, look at that. That big chasm over there. I guess after facing down a day like this, going back to my real life, so to speak, this is a walk in the park. That's probably it. That's probably it. I'll turn the camera off and just walk. Anyway, I can see I'm following tire tracks here. So clearly vehicles have been here. Maybe this makes sense towards whatever trail is up there. If there was a trail, maybe this is an old road that leads up there. Maybe there was a mine or something. We'll find out. Okay, see ya. Okay, pretty sure this white stuff is a layer of ash from volcanoes. Of course, it's dried, but would have been laid down in the eruption as it spewed out, formed a layer all through here. It's been covered up here, but more evidence of volcanism besides all this volcanic rock. And there's one volcano over there, and I know there's another volcano behind this mountain further back, which I plan to make another time. I was thinking about trying for it today, but I think that's too long. I'm already thinking ahead. Once I get to the top of this mountain, if I get to the top of this mountain, I may come back and go straight through the Badlands. We'll see. Tired. Okay, I'm up at the top of this tongue of land, and I'm about to descend down into another wash. I'm pretty sure that the trail that I found is along the side of that ridge, right, the near ridge, that little valley right there. I'll head over up towards that valley and then across. At first I thought I saw smoke over there. You see that area right over there? I don't know if I can get my finger in there without seeing it right around there, I think. that is. Is it just a line? It's not smoke. It's not. I don't know. Anyway, maybe worth investigating. A line-like thing. Anything that's a straight line always makes me wonder. Oh, no, over there. Turn on as we get closer. Okay, I'm getting tired and a little bit lazy in my camera work. I just crossed the wash there, and it's a very nice wash. I didn't bother to take the picture of the nice sand. And I'm about to go up here, and then I'll be looking for the that trail. Any evidence at all of a trail, which I saw running along the side up there. I think I'll go up the middle here and see if I can then find evidence of the trail. Certainly was a line in the side of the hill. That is much steeper up there than I had initially imagined. This hill, which I think is actually a better to call it a mountain. That thing. I'm getting hot now too. I'm tempted to take off some of my outerwear, but I know that as soon as I get up on those exposed slopes, the wind is going to start battering. I get cold real quick. That's a lot steeper than I thought. That's the one thing I do worry about coming out here alone like this. I never want to get myself into a situation that's over my head. I might get hurt, especially when I have no way of signaling for help. I think I can do that. That, on the other hand, wow. That's intimidating. That's a heck of a mountain. Okay, let's go up the side and see if we can find that trail up there. I think I see something, right there. Right there, that is. Let's go find out. I'll probably have to turn the camera off so I can go up safely. Okay, here we go. I think whatever that line is right there. I can barely see it. Now, it's one thing to spot something like that from, 2,000 feet up from a satellite image. Yeah, this is it. It's another to try to see it up close. See this? There's definitely a line right here. This is what I was seeing in that Google Earth image. Now, maybe I can, maybe I'm able to superimpose that here on the over the screen so you can see. All right, so found something here. Hey, I think I may be working now. This mountain right here. Oh, the visual might not be so good. I was checking this mountain out from a distance. It's taking me several times to figure this out, and I was looking over here, just kind of cruising along, and I found right there. Look at that. Amy, doesn't that look like a trail going across right there?
I don't know. You
don't know? I think it sure looks like a trail to me. So just kind of cruising along. It seems to just stop right there. I gotta go check it. Yeah, it just kind of stops there and doesn't go anywhere, and then starts down here. These look like roads, but they're not. They're just the wash, and it kind of seems like it serves this mountain here. So a little mark right there. I think it's just bushes, and there's other marks over here that kind of crisscrosses along here. So I think this is going to be worth investigating. Maybe even this week on Thursday or Friday. Or leaving work on Thursday, I'll head on out, stay the night out here, and near this area, and then hike into it. There's no roads or trails out here. This is a real wilderness area, as you can see. It's just nothing out there. So we'll see what I can find. Another volcano over there, another one we're seeing. Okay, take care, everybody. I'm walking on it now. So the question is, what is this? Now, if I remember right, it peters out. Okay, walk carefully, Kurt. It peters out over here and goes all the way to the saddleback up there. I can barely make anything out here. Could it be just an animal track? Let's go. Let's be thorough. Not Thoreau, but thorough. Let's be Emerson. What if Emerson and Thoreau had been born in time for the 60s, and they started a little rock group, soft rock group like Crosby, Stills, and Nash, called Emerson, Thoreau, and Milton. They'd all write lyrics. Look at that. Wow. Wow, I'm sure I'll have even better views from the top soon. Let's stay back on track. Now I can't even see that. See, I've gone past where it peters out. Let's see if I can pick it up again. And we'll follow it all the way to the ridge. It's kind of slippery here. I have to be careful. Now it doesn't really look like there's a line here at all now. Maybe it'll be a little clearer as I get closer, as I get a little further. Yeah, there it is. There it is. See it right there? You can see it clearly right there. Right, run along there. This must be an animal trail, as my friend Debbie pointed out in a comment. Look, you can see more over there. Look, there's a trail line going across over there, right there, and there. Sorry if my finger doesn't point well. It's so bright it's hard to make out. I think we'll see more as we get closer, because I remember seeing more along the edge of that mountain. Oh, there's some badass badlands out there. Huh. Let's follow this along carefully. Not a good place to slip and hurt myself. Although I think I could crawl out of here if I had to. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet for a second and just try to focus on where that line is. Is that up there? No. Gosh, it just fades away. You can't see it at all now. Oh, there. I can kind of make it out. Right along here. I don't think I would have noticed this if I hadn't first seen it on Google. Brush in there. Whoa. Yeah, see it right there. Looking back, nothing. Looking forward, a faint something. I think this is probably about the end of it. Now in Google Earth, it looked like it kind of flattened out here, but clearly it goes up. There's the saddle right up there. Let's continue along. The wind is definitely picking up, but there's enough sun now to keep me hot. It's starting to heat up. Gonna get in this shade here. I'll get a better look at this mountain. Oh, I gotta call those students tonight. Yeah. Wow. That's pretty intimidating. I'm pretty worn out. Whew, I'll go up to the saddle, maybe take a rest. Some bird poop. Something's been sitting there. Ah, yeah. Now I miss being young, or I could just do this all day. The way I'm feeling right now, I might just turn back after this. There we are. Ah, yeah. A wave of fear washes over me. I'm far. I'm really far in here. It's something else to come up here and realize how far away you are. Even when I'm in Siberia, it's far. It's something to come up here and realize how far in you are. Then to assess your condition and realize you're not feeling good. Put those two things together. Yeah, so anxiety. Back at work, not much. Those are some badlands. I've got dreams of spending my free time out there. I'm calling this the deep water wilderness, but I'll have to get in better shape or get younger. I don't know. I'm not going to climb that. I'll call it quits today on this. Let's go out on this ridge. Find my way back. There's been more fear in my hikes lately, although I haven't done a lot lately. More fear than when I was in Japan. Sorry if it's starting to get some wind now. I think it's because of the awesome emptiness that I'm fronting out here. I mean, that's an awesome emptiness. A fearful desolation. That is the great indifference. And when you look at it, and there's nothing looking back at you. You either muster your resolve to laugh in the face of anxiety, or you give up and make something up. I call that nothing. I mean, it's a something, but it's a nothing. It's an emptiness. It's an indifference. How much more comforting it would be just to call it something else. To say that was that cared. But really, the caring is back there, pointing back towards home. That's where the caring is. That's where the love is. That's where my people are, family. What's the opposite of indifference? It's not difference. It's caring. Whatever that is. Let's go over here. So, something big's been up here. Big old poop. So, I'll stumble on despite my fear and despite my my loneliness in a place like this. Because it's really, it's not much of a loneliness. Good gosh, look at that. It's more of an awe than a loneliness. I don't have the right words. It just goes on and on and on and on. And if I die out there, it doesn't give a damn. If I die back with my family, it gives a damn. I'm not making this all about me, but as Thoreau said, I would fain talk so much about myself were there anybody I knew so well, so it's the only one I can make relative to, but maybe it will have some relevance to somebody. Well, anyway, I'm going to sign off for now at the edge of this mountain that's more than I can handle, and at the edge of this indifference that I cautiously look at with respect and awe, and you know, feeling at the edge of my limits, the edge of my capabilities, the edge of my life. That's it for now. Take care, everybody. Thanks for joining me on this indifferent hike. Bye-bye. I've traipsed around the side of the mountain to get a glimpse of the volcano that I have in mind. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to see it in just a second. These badlands are just unbelievable. filled me with the thought that the wild is just devoid of meaning. And there it is. Wow. It's that black hulk back there. Wow. That's pretty damn intimidating. Not the near one, but the far one. That would be hard to get over there. I'm only about half the distance, and I've been hiking. Whoops, I'm caught up in my cord here. I've been hiking for over two hours, about 2.5 hours now, to get to where I am. And it would be at least another 2 hours to get there, and then I'd have to do that same distance to get back. This is what I was referring to before as the long way to the volcano. It's more than I can muster. That's far more than I can muster. That would be dangerous. That's scary. Boy, this is a very fearful hike, isn't it? I keep talking about the stuff that scares me. What's this, a pile? Could that be a mine? I'm right next to the area where I saw the zigzags in the rocks. I wonder if that's a mine. I don't know. This pile kind of looks like it. Could this be an outcropping where some miners came to look for something? Possibly. Anyway, there's a volcano. I'll stand upon their pile. Too much for me today. I'll have to come back and try the shorter route. Now I'll head on down into the badlands over there, and then kind of make my way back all the way through the badlands the other side and then back. Feeling much better now, but still out of it. So I gotta take it easy. It's scary out here. But it's good. Someone's forth some scary thoughts. The kind of thoughts that I wouldn't have anywhere else. See you later. Maybe there's more. See ya. Woo, look it up there. Making my way through a little arroyo here in the badlands. Finally, I escaped the wind. I've got to watch it here. I've tripped 3 times so far. Keep stumbling over these sand-colored rocks. This is kind of neat with just a gliding camera. Gotta watch out for snakes though too, hiding in the hiding in the shade there by the side. Badlands aren't quite near, they're not nearly as intimidating once I'm in them, but from afar, up on the mountain, they sure look scary. Look at that. I think anybody lives in there. A little pack rat or something. Maybe that's the way so many things are, right? They look fearful from a distance. Another hole over there. Not so bad when you get up close. Is anxiety like that? I think so. Most of the things we're anxious over probably aren't as bad as the anxiety itself. I know for sure that being down here in these badlands, which the site of which freaked the heck out of me from above isn't nearly as bad, except for the occasional tripping, as the experience of looking at it from above and not knowing what to do, or not wanting to continue, wanting to run home, making up excuses in my mind to not go on, and telling myself I'm not feeling good. And I guess I wasn't feeling good because I was so anxious. Hey, here's a good spot to stop for a moment. Let's just stop. Sit down here in this sand. There might be something to that, huh? That anxiety. Hopefully the camera doesn't fall over. That anxiety of the choice, the freedom to come to a place like this, and all the made-up things in my mind about what I'll find down here when I get here. When I get here, it's not anything like I had thought. What I was thinking up there, I was feeling up there, that was the real stuff, that was the bad stuff. And what if I do die down here? What if I take off all my protective boots? Oh, I won't get naked. And just lay here, exposed in the desert, right out on the sand, whatever's out here in the badlands. Here I am. You know what I feel? I feel at peace. I feel rested. The anxiety was the enemy, not the thing. I'll bet that's more often the case than not. Take care, everybody. I'm gonna take a nap. Exposed and alone.